In this video, we're going to look at how to turn off the send a copy to sender feature in the Joomla contact form, or maybe you don't want to turn it off. We'll talk about it. Hey there, Joomla fans. Tim Davis here. I'm a Joomla fan too. Thanks for tuning in to Maintenance Monday number 163 here on the Basic Joomla YouTube Tutorials channel. Appreciate your support of this channel. Man, there's a lot of chat already happening even before I got to my computer, so that's great to see. Good to have a little bit of a community here in the channel too, supporting each other. So today's video is brought to you by mysites.guru. Head on over to mysites.guru and get a free site audit for your website, a Joomla site or your WordPress site if you have one of those. And while you're there, check out all the cool things you can do for managing one or multiple sites. If you want to subscribe, and I recommend it, use the coupon code excuse me, use the coupon code BASICJoomla and you'll get your first month free. All right, so let's cut to the chase here. We'll have lots of chance to chat. I'm going to catch up on what was happening in chat before I came on here live. Let's go to the computer screen. Now, the last couple of weeks we've been looking at security headers. We've seen the test that mysites.guru does on your site to let you know what you have set up or not. But I thought today, instead of doing a third security header, we'd break it, mix it up a bit and talk about today's topic, which came to top of mind from a scan in mysites.guru. So here we are in mysites.guru. A snapshot of different things to look at in different sites. This is a fairly new install that I made for this, so there's lots of things I've not touched on or not fixed up yet. But what we're going to talk about today is disable send. Oh my goodness, you can tell that I got up a little while ago. Disable send copy to submitter feature to prevent spamming. Now, you can read all about that in mysites.guru and you check out this page with the information. Basically, let's check out what this is. Here is a very plain Joomla site that I have installed, and I have created a contact for myself. And here I am. Here's my information, and here's a contact form for submitting. So you know the drill. You would go in here and you would put in your information, and you would talk and blah 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 your message, and then at the bottom you have this option, which is on by default. Send a copy to yourself. So when you basically what happens, as you know, is when you submit this form to the site that you're filling out, or one of your users does, if they want a copy of the message that they just typesent themselves, that's what that box does. Now, here is the problem. If you don't have things set up for anti-spam, like a invisible reCAPTCHA, or use a really cool blocking feature, a filtering feature from OCH Simple Firewall that we've seen, bots can come here and they will fill out this form with whatever their message. But of course, they're not going to use their message. They're going to use the email that they want to spam. So let's say they would be emailing your neighbor at domain.com. All right. Then the bot checks this send a copy to yourself, and when it sends the email, you get it upon submission, and then the copy of that email gets sent out to whatever that address is there. And bots that are aware of this and looking for this feature that are on sites that are not secure, even sites that are secure, some bots get by the reCAPTCHA if that's all you're using. And so what happens is they just keep putting in addresses to spam people in the from email, but it's actually in the to, because a copy is being sent. So if you're not using that, and let's just talk very briefly, why would you use it? Well, I suppose if someone is typing an email to you and it's on the fly and they want to have a record of it because they don't have it, they're not sending it, say, from their Gmail account where there would be something in the sent folder, they might want this. And if you want to give your users that option, then of course leave that on. What I would tend to do is probably just to copy what I've put in the message and place it somewhere myself. If this was the only way to contact someone, was through the form on their site. So yeah, it does have functionality there. I would think in a lot of cases, especially if the form that is submitted to you arrives to you in an email as opposed to you're using some other system, or when it arrives in an email, when you reply, what they typed is going to be there anyways, so that will remind them what they had. So let's check out how to close this off. It's super easy. First of all, if you're doing it in mysites.guru, there's a lot of toggles and tools for doing things like this. All you have to do here is go and click this button on the right hand side and disable it, and you're all set. You've turned that off. In Joomla itself, what you want to do is go to Components, Contacts, and then up in the top right, go to Options. And we're going to look at the Form tab. And then you will see here, Send Copy to Submitter. Now here, it's already hide because we just turned that off in mysites.guru. You would find it on, and then you could just hide it by clicking there. Now the other thing too is when we look at contacts, so we go into contacts and look at an individual contact. So here's my contact that I set up. It is possible for you to turn that on for certain people. So even if you want to limit it, it would be on the form here. So see, the global is to hide, but you could always show that if you wanted. So a few options there for you to take care of and look at to secure your site. Remember, when we talk about site security, it's like the rivets on an airplane. Let's have everything down tight, everything possible that we can to keep things from being abused, or openings, or even something new that comes along we're not aware of. And sure, if a few are loose, well, it's probably not going to hurt. But who wants to fly in a plane when you look out and see rivets bouncing around on the wing? Not me. So there's the tip for today, Maintenance Monday. We're going to keep chatting, but if that's all that you're here for, thanks for tuning in. If you've not subscribed, please do so and ring the bell to get notifications. And if you're watching this video right now, whether live or on the replay, give it a like. That helps other people to find it, and helps the YouTube algorithm, and it makes me happy in a little spot inside my heart. All right, so for those of you that are not staying around for chat, thanks for tuning in. Until the next time, enjoy your Joomla sites, and God bless. And hello to everybody who's sticking around still in chat. Yes, Imran and Bjorn, you're having a cool conversation I see in chat. And let's just catch up on that. Oh, nice jacket. It's actually this is actually a new shirt. So I got it for, I think, like $15 Canadian. That's like I think that's like $5 American. I don't know what the exchange rate is right now. But yeah, I picked up a couple of shirts at Mark's Work Warehouse, and yeah, I like that. I thought, you know, when you go to the closet and you look at your shirts and you think, oh, I'd like to wear that shirt today. Oh, but that's my favorite shirt. I gotta save it for a special occasion or for the live stream. I thought, oh, you know what, I want to wear. Anyways, that's a sign you need to pick up a few more shirts. So why not always be wearing something that is that's a favorite that you like? So where was the shirt made? Yeah, it does glow a little bit. Let's see if I get closer here. Yeah, it's just sort of like a little pattern. I don't know where it is made. It's a good question. So let's see. Imran's asking where it's made because, all right, let's see, because he's in Bangladesh. Let's see. Denver Hayes, Classic Untucked Fix. Here's a tag down here. Made in Bangladesh. Thank you, Imran. Yes, my shirt is made in Bangladesh. And it is well made. Good quality. Imran's birthday today. Happy birthday, Imran. All right, let me do up these sleeves here. You knew it. Yes, a lot of clothing in the West is made in Bangladesh. That's your country. All right, now I'm going to skip up to the top of this chat here and let's see what's happening here. Bjorn starts out, yes, me too. So maybe I missed the beginning of the chat there. Here's an article on the video with Joe Joomla. All right, cool. Let's check that out. Excellent. That's cool. Let's just go up to the screen, or right screen capture there. Yeah. Customize the back end of your Joomla template using CSS. How to add module. To see this article on how to create a module in the back end. What to do. And that's cool. The steps that he did. Excellent. Cool. That's good. Good to see that you made that. All right, back to the chat here. Almost, you notice I got a haircut. First time I went. My wife's been cutting my hair during the pandemic, but I went to the barber's last week and just for a quick haircut because I had a video to make for my site and didn't want to look scruffy in it. And, but I wonder if I should almost maybe move this over to here. Lower this down here. Maybe that's a better angle for us here right now. Because, oh, look at that big, huge black thing. I'll cover my head there. All right, maybe that's better. That's probably better for not just sitting here with the side of my head showing. Padding is hard to read. You're talking about things like that. Container fluid width 100%. Yes. I have an asteroid template that I changed the width to something a bit wider for one of the settings that works really well. To deconstruct the style sheet, you can also make the padding right 0 for the Archibot if you want. It's good to have others look at things. Invite the problem occurs due to the share module on the left. Yes, things are hiding. Things end up hiding behind the share module. Module is not a mod. Oh, it's an add-on, not a module. It's okay. There we go. And there, here we are down here, caught up in chat. Oh, and there's another article. I'll make a web design tutorial how to make a drop-down content slider. Cool. Lots of things on there. Very good. Good to keep adding that new content. All right. What else is going on in your Joomla worlds? We are expecting a big rainstorm tonight. The west coast of our island is going to get 150 millimeters. That is, let's see, there's 30 centimeters, so that's half a foot of rain. But we live in a rainforest out here. The west coast of Vancouver Island is a rainforest, so that's not uncommon. But it's going to get a lot of rain. I actually have an eaves trough on the ground at the side of my house to catch water that comes off, that's blown on the wall at the end of my house in storms, so that when it comes down, it hits the eaves trough, and then it's channeled away from the house, so it gets into the ground that way. We live on gravel, so it drains pretty quick, but I just don't want it running right down the foundation of my house. Next week, there's a good chance that there won't be videos on Monday or Wednesday because I have to take a road trip to meet with a new client that I have. I think I told you last week that I'd gotten this contract that I've been working on for a number of months, and they want me to go and meet with their individual staff members to talk about what kind of content they want to put on and what they need on the site, or what they need from me too as far as graphics and things like that. So I need to go to a drive to Kamloops, which is a city in the interior of our province. That to get there, I will need to take a car, take a ferry, and then go for a 4-hour drive through the mountains. And then interesting thing about city of Kamloops, it is officially a desert here in Canada. because it doesn't get as the amount of rainfall it gets qualifies it as a desert. So I'd be probably traveling some days there and not be back. So yeah, I'm actually considering getting a dash cam for the car, and because I thought that might be a nice pretty drive to record, and I'd like to get a dash cam. I've been thinking about it for years. Also, I'm probably going to rent a vehicle. The client asked me to come up, and they said they'd cover my expenses, so I'm going to rent a vehicle. Well, we'll see as we get closer to what the forecast is. But I'm going to rent a vehicle that will be better in the snow in the mountains if I end up on that. If you've ever watched the television show on Discovery, Highway to Hell. Highway from Hell. Let me just see here. Highway to Hell is a song. Let's see here. Highway Through Hell. Yes. Let's see here. Discovery. This is. Here we go. This is a television show about a tow truck crew that company that works this section of highway through the mountains. A couple of the mountains that are there, Highway Through Hell, and that's the highway. So in the wintertime, it can be a little bit dicey. I grew up in Ontario where we have winter. We don't have winter on the west coast, really. We get some snow. So I'm used to the deep snow. My mom worked for the Ontario Provincial Police in the local detachment. So when I was a teenager, she would call home and say, "Oh, the roads are really bad. They've closed everything." So I'd say, "Okay, thanks, Mom." And I would hop into our Toyota Tercel and go out in the country and go drifting on the snow. Yeah. Let's see here. Oh, there's Chayton. Hello, Chayton. And Mary is talking in there too. And William. Hey, William. Chuck. Yes, desert. D-E-S-E-R-T. You know the difference, how to remember the spelling difference between desert and dessert. You want more dessert than you want desert. So always put in the extra S. Okay, let's go back up here. Mary is working on a category blog layout with multiple categories, and you're shocked there's not a core option to group by subcategory and include title. You think you're going to use modules or easy layouts. All the overrides that you found don't work. More power to you. I have easy layouts since we did the live stream over a year ago. In fact, I just renewed it because I want to learn how to use it, but I've hardly done anything. But that said, I'm catching up on. I'm kind of swamped with work, so some of the things I'd like to learn have fallen back. Let's see here. During that crazy show. Oh, there's also a series about Norwegian rescue. Vintervins Helter. Vintervijens Helter. Cool. Okay. And this is, that takes place on the highway there. Cool. I apologize for mispronouncing that, but I was probably not going to get it. It's on National Geographic. Cool. Oh, so you can't access Typeform until its creator says so. Except all cookies. Try again. Okay, let's see. No, I guess it must be for a membership. I'm a little rusty on my Norwegian. All right. Imran's asking why not use Breeze and Contact content for using custom layout. Yeah, there's a couple different ways to do things. Oh, it says take the test. Oh, okay. Well, I don't like tests. I won't take it because I didn't study for it anyways, so. Okie dokie. What else is new here at CyberSalt World Headquarters? Hey, I'm just about to get some cyber insurance. My home, let me change the screen here. My home insurance wants me to have business insurance for my home office. So 3 years ago, I should tell you about that too, but 3 years ago when I was starting full time, I looked into cyber insurance, but it was really super involved to get and going to be expensive, so I just didn't have that money for the startup. So, but I did get the minimum that was required by my home insurance, which was liability insurance here at my office, because they didn't want to pay out if one of my clients came for some training or to meet or something like that, which hardly, even before the pandemic, hardly anyone came here, but people drop off computers and stuff like that. So, and I really want to avoid the regret of not having proper amount of insurance if something happens. So anyways, I got basic home insurance with them. Basic liability insurance policy, but I didn't have anything for protection against loss of data or things like that for my clients. My clients sued me. So anyways, I guess maybe it was in June, I saw an ad for insurance. When I was researching it, the client asked me if I had insurance for data loss and that. So I looked into it and found out it wasn't that expensive to get now. And I filled out the form, but then I didn't want to pay for, I didn't have overlapping policies, and I didn't have the money right then either. So I said, when my policy needs to be renewed in October, I'm open to this. So the guy actually contacted me back, and I'm just in the process of getting that done today. The one last thing is they asked me if my name was CyberSalt Inc. And so I'm pretty sure I was clear with them that I'm a sole proprietorship. I'm not incorporated. But anyway, so I have to just check that with them in a quick reply. But otherwise, then I will pay that, and then that will be something I can let my clients know, adding more to the just overall impression and the development of actually having a business. Speaking of incorporation, I'm going to incorporate my business, and I'm hoping to do it for the start of the new year. So I can actually, and I'm just going to make myself hire an accountant to get things sort of straightened out for me. So then I'll take advantage of some of the benefits of incorporation. Also, there's some really good programs here in Canada right now that might help with hiring staff or something like that. And I just think it's easier to deal with all of that, because I may be hiring someone who has their wages subsidized or something. The government will pay half their wages, but if I pay the other half. Anyways, I just figured, you know what, that's a lot easier to do if I am incorporated. And thankfully, I'll be making some headway in my business, and so I have some room to get that stuff done. So let's just see. Take the test. What is the language? Norwegian. Why are they asking for insurance? Well, so what they're asking for insurance is that let's suppose, because they're hosting with me on my server, let's suppose somebody hacked me. Now, I'm super secure with Liquid Web. They have great services, great offerings, and taking advantage of those and a lot of the things that are included in the server pack, or the managed server that I have with them. So that is great. And since Chayton recommended to me moving to Liquid Web, probably back in, I don't know when that was. Maybe it was a year ago now. It is great because a managed server, I don't, they take care of it. If something goes down, they bring it up. I usually hear from them that there's something they did. Very, very seldom. Very, very seldom. But it lets me, I can sleep at night, or I can travel out of internet range if there's somewhere without internet, knowing that if the server does go down, someone will take care of it. Plus, Chayton and I are server buddies now, so that we back up each other. We have access to each other's server accounts. Anyways, so they asked because if there was some data loss or some privacy breach of their information because I was hacked, then the insurance covers taking actions to inform people and mitigating problems and covering losses. And so that client was asking if I had that, and that's a significant client of mine. Also, they are very they're very legally minded, and I'm not saying they're litigious, but they like to have all their legal stuff covered. And it was possible someone asked them if they had cyber insurance, and I believe that they said that they had been asked, and so they asked if I did. So anyways, I will actually, so what I'll do is when I get that, I'm going to I will let my customers know that I now have that, and I think that's good. It gives them confidence that something is being handled well, is being considered. Even doing things like that just shows due diligence for how you are taking care of your clients. And yes, that's why I've got that. Bjorn says he uses latest news plus date with override on front page of Joomla Forever. It's based on Daniel's, but you put your own look on it. William says that's one of the services that you offer in the States as another company business formation and coaching. William, you offer incorporation, helping people to incorporate. Yes, I can actually incorporate the business myself through the government. I think it would cost me about $1,500. But it's more time for me to just sit down and figure out something else, and it's time away from other. I'd rather be learning things that are. I just need to keep learning. So for instance, if those of you that follow me, we're friends on Facebook, you probably saw a picture that I posted that my car was being towed away. Towed away by a tow truck that belongs to a fellow that is a friend of mine from back in my racing days, and still, a friend along the way. Anyways, I found the problem. I found out what the problem was online with the car, probably because I searched on YouTube for it, and I probably could have found it in time, but I just thought, no, I could spend a lot of time troubleshooting this. I might still not be able to find it, or it's going to be something that's a huge hassle. I'm going to spend a whole day figuring it out and working. I should just get the car towed to a shop. So he actually is towing it. He towed it to a shop that he recommends, that he works with. And their rate is the same hourly rate that my rate is for working. So I can, for what will probably take them an hour and a half, I can work for an hour and a half. And that would have taken me, more than an hour and a half to figure out and fix and roll around in the ground underneath the car, if I can even get under there, because it's a pretty low car. So I figured, that's fine. So the same thing with incorporation. If I can find someone who can incorporate for, I don't know, do what would cost me $1,500, and maybe they do it for $2,000, that's well worth my time now, because I've got things to do. So as we all have things to do. William says, yep. Yeah, cool. Oh, it's too bad, William, you weren't here, because I would just get you to do it. Breezing form and content is a good pair to create any kind of service and layout. Very interesting notes we're working with. You like both from Crosstech. Just need more time. Liquid Web is a hosting company. Here, let's go and check out their page. Yes, you can host with them. And you can also have VPSs with them. And I have a dedicated server with them. So let's see, what do we got? We have here that dedicated servers, server clusters, VPS, private VPS parent. Let's find their security stuff. Yeah, fully managed hosting. So basically, they have really great tech support. So the other day, actually with this insurance form, they asked me some questions I didn't quite know the answer to. So I opened up a chat with Liquid Web support. I said, hey, I'm filling out an insurance form. They asked me these questions to understand, blah, blah, blah. I gave them the information, and they gave me the answers to what I have on my account and what that was and how often scans were run. So, and I guess I could have found that all on my own, but I just opened up, and they were super happy about that. So, this is what I was talking about, proactive management of your hosting, network security, availability. So if you have your own web server, a dedicated server, your own products with a company like OVH, so I had an account with OVH in Canada, you're responsible to go in and change settings and update software, and if it goes down, you have to log on and mitigate it, and that's great if you know how to do that and want to do that. But what happens is that now with Liquid Web, they not only monitor things, of course, pay a little bit more for it. If it goes down, they get an alert. If there's some issue, or they take care of it. But also, if I need some software updated or a setting changed, and instead of me taking an hour or two to read up into forums how to do it myself like I used to, I can open up a chat with them and say, hey, I would like XYZ to work this setting better. I'm not quite sure where to do it. And they say, oh yeah, just let me take care of that. And they do that stuff. So it literally is like in my business, I have a server tech team, and I can just call up and say, hey, we need this on the server, or this isn't working, or blah, 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 different things like that. And it works out really great. So is the cPanel license included? It is, but I pay for it. So when cPanel, there's a new open source or whatever product that's out. And so when that became available, Liquid Web said, cPanel is not going to be included now. That's when cPanel changed their pricing as well. And their licensing thing. So I think I pay like 40, whatever it is American for a full cPanel license. I think it's $45 a month, or I forget. But I could have saved that by going to the new system, but you know what? cPanel works so great, and I just did not want to have to learn something new. Things are running well, so that is fine. It's just a cost. Yeah, cPanel always was a for-pay service. William said he believes cPanel is now pay for play service. Yes. Now, with cPanel, you can have a one domain account, which I think is, well, let's see. Let's not just think, let's go and see. cPanel. Pricing. Yeah, so cPanel Solo. Is $15. Small businesses, freelancers, anyone needing one hosting account. So in cPanel, you create a hosting account. So let's say I take the last two names in chat. William's going to host with me, so I create a cPanel account for him. That's one account. William can log in and change his email addresses or his zones or his databases, create databases, all the stuff that we see in cPanel. And then Imran wants to host with me, and it's like, oh, Imran needs cPanel. Oh, well, I better move up to admin because it lets me have a few more accounts. And then Imran can have his own login. Now, if you are just hosting some pages for some people and they don't need a cPanel, you could host multiple domains on one cPanel account, as you can do anywhere. Anyways, that's, with any web host that's using cPanel, you log in, you could add domains. The issue is that your clients cannot go and use cPanel, right? You can set up email for them, but you have to do everything for them, because if you gave them access, they would see everybody else's stuff. So that that might work for you, or even work for your own business or your own needs, where you just have one main domain, you have lots of other domains added. But if you're offering hosting for people to be able to go in and manage their own things, then you need something bigger. Create a small. This is for a few accounts. Let's see. I want to see what they need. Allows for scalability, features, extensions. Let's see. Where they don't have things. They don't have things, huh? Showing how many licenses is available. So you can add, up to 5 accounts, up to 30 accounts. Yeah, so I'm 45 a month is what I'm paying, because I have about I think I'm getting close to 90 accounts that I have there. Ivor says they have 9 cPanel licenses for 9 servers, and you pay $432 per month. Prices have gone up a lot. What is an add-on domain and a park domain? So an add-on domain is here. I'll show you. Let me change screens here. Chat on right. So let's go to. Let me log into my WHM Web Hosting Manager. Oops, take the password properly this time. All right, let me change that over to this screen here. List accounts, and let's go to cybersalt.org. There we go. All right, so domains. Huh. I thought I had more. Cybersalt. Maybe there's a better one to show you for add-on domains. Oh, I can show you this one here. Yeah, Ivor's already typed it out here, but that's why I like to talk instead of type here. Yeah, so here we have in this cPanel account, my main domain is cybersalt.org. I do have a redirect here, but there's also another domain that I added on, asleepinchrist.org, which is a page I have for memorial pages for people who've passed away. And so I can have, instead of having a separate cPanel account for that, I can actually just have this site right here running on it. And there you go. These are some of the people. Actually, I've done, I did the funeral for each of these people. And there's a few more on here that are not paginating down here. Anyways, it's nice to see their faces. Sad to see their faces too. Yeah, and then a park domain is just if You register a domain. Exactly, as Ivor just said, you don't have a website for it. It's just parked. But you could still use it for processing email. So there's no web page, but maybe you want to just have email come through it. And I don't have any examples of that on this particular account. So Ivor's talking about his cost of Cpanel. And yeah, it has gone up quite a bit. But there is a company out there that used to be very well known for being excellent web host, and with the changes in Cpanel, because they have many hosts, I think it was going to cost them 20 cents per month per account above a certain level of their Cpanel hosting. So they decided that they wanted to save that. Now, if you have let's see, 20 cents, if you have one, it's 20 cents, 10 is $2, 100 is 20, 1,000 is 200, 10,000 is 2,000, and then the next one up is 20,000. So let's say that you're spending $20,000 a month on Cpanel for your clients. You might think, hey, we can save $20,000 a month. Notwithstanding that you're making a pant load of money if you have that many people paying you for hosting. But you think, all right, so let's save $20,000 a month. However, this web host in question decided, well, that we could put that money into having our own control panel system. So they have their own control panel system, and the switch over has not gone well. If you've been watching some of the big Joomla people that have their extensions hosted with them for years, they are now bailing, have gone to other places. One of the things they did was that they're, in Cpanel you can name your databases a certain name, and their system automatically generates random names for the database. Anyways, people were calling for support. It was like the typical, it's not we'll get back to you. They weren't getting back to you. It's your problem, blah, 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 blah. So they've damaged their reputation with some big people, and they're losing clients, and all for saving 20 cents a month. So I don't know. Imran, for a subdomain, no, you don't need to pay. Do you need to add anything for DNS? It's actually very easy to add a subdomain in Cpanel. For instance, we just go here, subdomains, down in domains, type in a name, IMRAN. You get your own little spot where the files can go. In fact, I'm just going to copy that address, and you create it. And Cpanel handles all the zones and everything for you. So then what we can do is just go to the file manager, go to our folder here, imran.cybersot.org. We will make a new file, index.html. We will edit it, and we will just go we'll give that a heading 1, and let's center this as well. And hi, Imran. We'll save that. And let's go to the subdomain. And there we go. Now, interestingly, let's see here. HTTPS. Okay. Now I have it set up so that whenever you create a subdomain, that that it gets a certificate is created for it. I just did not put in the I did not put in the HTTPS. So setting it up, I'd want to redirect it. But stuff like that. It just works. Cpanel's been around for a long time, so I know in business I try to keep the check the bottom line, keep an eye on the bottom line for things I don't need to spend. But also there's some things that are just worth the money to allow you to make make money or find clients. Because if you've got a system that's not working well for your clients and you're spending a lot of time helping them, they're frustrated, you're maybe going to lose them. So yeah, hey everybody, so all right, there's the end of the apple juice. I did have cheese today, but it is gone. See, it's a glowing plate. Oh, look at that. That makes things a bit less glowy than my shirt there. Yeah, so I do. Listen, if you guys ever need, if you're looking for places to host, or you have clients and you're looking for web hosting or partnering up on a project or something like that, please do keep me in mind. Another thing, because I'd love to make some money with you guys. I don't want to make money off of you guys. I'd love to make money with you guys. I mean, if you want me to make money off of you, that would be great. But yeah, I've got hosting. I've got things we can, yeah. So always feel free to talk to me about that. While we're at it, let me just show you a. Imran, you're asking when a subdomain does not work. I'm not sure what you mean by that. I have just bought into this system to the ability to make chat bots. I got this website. It's already branded for me. I need to come up with a better logo, up at the top here, because the way that this is blue on here and this white does not really look great, but I just set it up. But chat bots, and there's all kinds of chat bots that you can have and that come here, and they're customizable and you can make new ones. So I got this because I have some clients that this will work for. I did one of those a transparent PNG with a shadow. Okay, that's a good idea, because I don't have a shadow, Chuck. This is transparent, but the blue was really disappearing. So I need to make one has white in it, but it's transparent in the background. But yeah, shadow. That's a good idea. Thanks. Anyway, so I saw this ad on Facebook about chatbots, and that it's a one-time purchase, and that it was going to become monthly. So I thought, I'll check this out. I checked out the system, and I thought, I'm really interested. So I thought, okay, if I just buy this just for this $47, this one-time purchase, and I thought, wait, there's going to be upselling. So I actually went on their Facebook page. First of all, I saw the ad, so I liked it, so I knew it would keep coming up again. So later on, one night I was up late, couldn't sleep. Couldn't fall asleep, or I woke up. Anyways, came down, and I thought, I watched some YouTube video, had a bowl of cereal, blah, 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 blah. Came over, and I thought, I'm going to look at this chatbot thing, because I think this might be something here. So what I did was I contacted them on Facebook, and I said, hey, I'm interested in the one-time monthly thing, but I know there's probably going to be a lot of you're going to want to upsell things, and that's fine. That's your business. But can you just tell me what all the upselling is that I'm going to get, so I can decide? Because I didn't want to do the one-time pay thing and say, hey, do this, and then find out, you could do, would you like to do this? There's this package, blah, 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 blah. Anyways, so I looked into it. I did different things, I'm paying, like, I have a 67 Canadian, it's like 47 a month, or 47 American, 67 Canadian a month, monthly membership for getting the new chat bots. But I bought the agency program, and it's basically, so there's new chat bots. It looks like coming out. There's been a couple that come out every week since I just joined. There's, I think, about 100 altogether, but they're totally customizable, and you can set them to pop up when people visit a site, and you can set that up when people or if they leave the site, like a product page they haven't bought. You say, hey, notice you haven't bought. Would you be interested in a discount, or why not? Anyways, just cool things like that. Okay, thanks, Chuck. So anyways, I only have this one I've played around with, real estate investors. So if I check preview on here, let's see here. There we go. We get this down the side. Hi there, just welcome to Divine Space. We take the pain of the house selling process. So I have a number of clients that would like something like this, would benefit from it, and I'm actually going to try it on a couple of my sites. So here, do you have a house to sell? I can say yes. Okay, great. See, it looks like someone's typing. Enter the property zip code below. Anyways, there's a whole cool logic to the design. Oh, you can't see that part just behind me here. I'll show you. No, it was just showing in the bottom corner there. I'll just close this off here. So there's a whole logic built into this, the chat bots in the back, and you can change the text and the colors and the avatar and the questions. So it's like, so here's one that I'm considering for putting on the basic Joomla site, just as a test. Someone goes on to one of the tutorial pages where I have a video embedded, and it says, pops up, says, "Hi there, thanks for dropping by. We hope this video is helpful to you. Do you mind? Are you subscribed to our channel?" So if a person says no, then it says, "Oh, okay. Well, it would be really great if you would subscribe. Would you like to?" And I can put in the link for subscribing. If they say yes, then they'll go and subscribe. So I'm thinking I might be able to bump up the number of subscribers that I have, taking advantage of traffic to that. Also, so on my cybersalt.org site where there's jokes, I might say, "Oh, thanks for visiting. Hope you enjoy this joke. Did you know that we have a newsletter? We send out twice a week." No, I didn't know that. Would you like to subscribe or whatever? And then it would take them to the subscribe form. So, anyways, so what I'm saying is that if you ever have a need for a chat bot or something, let's make money together. I'm not asking you to send clients to me, and so I can make money. I mean, that would be nice, but let's make some money together. If there's, depending on what the business area is that, if we get something happening monthly or even just a one-time setup or something like that, I really believe that work that other people bring you, if that's work that you didn't have before. So please keep that in mind, because I would certainly like to do that. So that's sort of one of the things I'm looking for a business model in my business is to just help other people and work with other people. So yeah. Let me log into this system here. Let's see. I'll just no, never mind. I'll just add more over time here. Should just add some samples, but another time. Yes. Now look, the real estate agencies. Well, in fact. They got some of this page that just came with the product. About us. So here's some things that they've got here. Amtrak, billion-dollar companies like Amtrak using chatbots. Return on investment 800% or more. By 2021, 50% of companies will spend more on bots than on mobile apps. This, I mean, obviously this is what they put together for selling bots, but are chat bots popular? There we go. Let's see, Chatbots Magazine. Of course, what we'd expect from them, but also good things. But this, the main reason why chatbots are so popular is that communication with a real person often takes too long when a customer calls the company. Why chatbots are not as popular as you think. Today's post, we look at why chatbots did not live to become popular as we expected. The big list of the world's most popular chatbots. The features now. Why are chatbots so popular? And Quora, there we go. We'll get some people discussing things. Good question. Digital assistants chatbots are popular because they fill a need. 98% of your visitors leave without doing anything. Is that really what you want? Digital assistants and conversational marketing are redefining lead generation and sales in a huge way. Yes, so chatbot through Facebook. Yeah, in fact, this chatbot, I bought one of the packages that I can incorporate it in Facebook Messenger. So, anyways, it's there. I mentioned that because we're hanging out together. I really don't like to do hard sell on friends, and I consider you all friends online. And although I think there's lots of value in talking to friends that aren't involved in your industry, so if you have a friend, at some club that you belong to, and say to them, "Hey, I'm doing web pages. Do you have any leads? Do you have anyone that you can recommend me to contact, or can just keep me in mind?" That's one thing. You probably wouldn't say to someone at your, I was going to say curling club, but that's someone in your, I don't know, whatever club you belong to. "Hey, would you like to make some money with me?" Sure, pay a fine and commission that, but or that. But when you're with friends and in your community in the same industry, I think it's better to do stuff together and benefit from the strength of that. And then everybody can grow their business that way. So, yes, if you just think of that. If chatbots come to mind, say, "Oh yeah, Tim's doing something like that," and we'll figure it out. Could be something residual too, like every month. So, yes, Imran suffers because of poor Plask. Oh my goodness, I've been into Plask a couple of times, and I think I have. I think I accidentally was, because I had a client who had not really great hosting. I still have them. They call me when they need something, but I was in, and it wasn't until after when Imran was talking about Plask that I realized that that I probably was in Plask. So, anyways, now I did notice too that when talking about Liquid Web, where were we with Liquid Web, that they also have Plask hosting as well, because I saw that somewhere later on. Let's see, dedicated servers, order now, Cpanel included. Oh, and this level here has Interworks. Oh, Interworks, that's the free one now. Plask Web Pro or Cpanel Premier 100. That's probably whatever level it is. So they do offer Plask on some of their hosting packages. And look at that right here. As soon as I move down, we got a chat bot right here. Oh, sorry, I'm not showing you things. I've turned this off here. Right screen capture. Look at this. As soon as I scrolled back up, this chat popped up. Hosting advisor. Are there any questions I could help answer you today? Now I can say start. And then it pops up in the top right. Oh, and it opens up a chat with someone. That'll actually go to a human being. So I'm not going to bother them right now. Anyways, yeah, so speaking of chatbots. And unfortunately, Imran's, because of privacy, cannot give us access to his client, to his clients. But we've all been there, haven't we, everybody? And we're still there with some clients where they're just kind of hey, that sounds good, William. And I'll type that just because you said your connection's lagging. Yes, the other thing too is, and I think because Imran, as a freelancer who is in an international country, I think the chat box has fixed position property, Tim. Yeah, sure. I'm not quite sure what you mean. But anyways, I was going to say this. Imran as a freelancer in Bangladesh, and also where he gets some of his works from, Imran makes you vulnerable to people that are looking for a very, very cheap solution to their web stuff, and probably are not as mindful of the working conditions for a developer by contact them. So what I'm saying is, if you have a client that has a big company and a good budget, they want things to just flow. But if you're a person that doesn't have a big budget, you should still want things to flow for the people that you're hiring. You want things to work well. But if you view freelancers as someone you can just take advantage of because they're cheap, and then just get a little bit and they get it done and they're hungry, and you can always give the job to someone else, I think that that's part of the reason that maybe that freelancers struggle with some of these clients that they have. So yeah. Anyways. My new glasses are not here yet. I'm excited. Hopefully this week they will be. Man, I hope they are before I go on my trip. That should be, because that's another week away. Yeah. Well, I think that's pretty much what I've got on my mind today. If anybody else has anything else, let me know in the chat. Otherwise, wrap things up. Wrap things up for today. So thanks for tuning in. Imran, clients are very sensitive with their privacy at development times. Yes. Yep. I'm very careful. We have to be careful with our clients' information. That said, if we have people that were trusted, trust to help, we could also, I would, express it to someone. If you have someone that's going to help you with something, and you trust them, and they help you regularly with things, or often, or from time to time, you could say, you could express, okay, yes, no, we'll keep your information private. We will keep it within the team that works on your site. And if they hear, oh, there's a team, they're probably fine with that. They might say, oh, wait a second, I'm only hiring one person. And you say, well, yes, we have, I do most of the work, but I also have people that I rely on for support, and they're all good, so there's no worries. Then, it doesn't change the price. So, yes, Imran, well, I will be here on Wednesday. Watch Me Work live stream will happen again on Wednesday. I don't know what the topic's going to be. We'll figure out something. Yes, so it's not until next week. So I will be here on Wednesday. But I will drive safe, because I will be doing some driving before then, here and there. Yes, Mary says safe travels. Thank you, everybody. But I hope to see you on Wednesday. You trained 2 people to work with you. Yes, cool. Good, so... Okay, well, Chuck, let me send you the a large version of that file. Oh, unless you probably have the original size there anyways. Yeah, that would be great. That would be great. Okay, yeah, Imran. Yeah, it's good to have someone that you can share the information with. Oh, it's almost done. Cool. All right. Appreciate that. All right, everybody. That's why people trust you. Yes. All right. Yes, that is it for today. Thanks for tuning in today. I hope everything is going well with you where you are. That whether it's morning, afternoon, this evening, or tomorrow, that things keep going well for you today. So until the next time, thanks for tuning in. Enjoy your Joomla sites, and God bless.